Welcome to our final video of audio issues. Today we're chopping up the countertop, so that's why we've got this massive jigsaw blade here. I promise the audio issues end halfway through this video and the sound is back. Hello and welcome to our channel. We're Jojo and Scott. We live in the Highlands of Scotland. In August last year, we took on a big challenge. We bought a bright yellow van ready to turn into a camper. It's been a much bigger job than we expected, from ripping out the filthy interior, scrubbing away at the grime, to finding some nasty surprises. It's been a hell of a ride, with loads of ups and downs. We'd love for you to join us on this journey, as we take a filthy ex-fleet vehicle, strip it back to the basics, and build up a tiny home on wheels. Thank you so much for watching.
Woohoo!
And so that is the first.
That's the first time the cooker's been where it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So I think we'll need to take a little bit off this.
Yeah,
Sticking out a wee
we'll
bit.
tidy that up. I think maybe just trim it at that point.
Yeah, to the line where the cooker is.
Shame about that, but that's just the cooker design there.
But yeah, we'll have a heat protective splashback there. Bit of edging. So the plan is we've got the offcut here that we cut out from the cooker.
This sucker came out of here, and now we're not gonna throw this away. We're going to use it to make a pop-up counter.
So we'll get some hinges.
And then it will just kind of
Boop, boop.
right here. Look at all this workspace we'll have.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
So that's perfect. It's come out of there. You want a bit of gap at the end anyway, so ideal.
We are getting ready to cut a hole in our countertop for our sink. The first silly thing that we're contending with is we need to make sure we cut this hole exactly in the right place, which means that we need to be able to keep on putting the countertop in exactly the same place anytime we reattach it, and we're going to have to sand it, stain it and varnish it after we've cut the hole. So now we're working on attaching it so that we can detach it and reattach it in the exact same place.
And what's this on top?
That's a big rock, so it doesn't move.
That's just to weigh it down. That's what that's doing there.
It's not a permanent fixture.
Yeah. And how you want to show how you're attaching the thing to the...
Oh, yes.
Just so that... Because I would have thought you screwed it straight on, but that's not true.
Well, it is getting screwed down. We're screwing it down with brackets. The instructions that came with the countertop said to use brackets rather than screwing it straight in, and that is to allow the wood to expand and contract and not be like pinned to one position. So
yeah. Is that what causes it to split?
Yeah, so the screw in the bracket allows that little bit of movement. We started cutting the hole for the sink in the worktop and we've had a casualty. our big wide jigsaw blade has snapped. So, no option but to use an ordinary blade. It's okay, this edge won't be visible.
You only got that far.
Oh. Let me take my earplugs out, then I can... Oh, earplugs are out. Good. So, that's the sinkhole cut. That was quite tricky, really. But it's done now. Let's see if this thing just lifts out. Oh, moment of truth. Nice. I'm happy with that.
Like a glove.
Beautiful.
And that's the sink. So we've had a busy weekend.
We mowed the lawn.
Painted the house.
And we got a new camera.
The old camera kept cutting out the audio, even with an external mic, and we couldn't figure out what was wrong, so we thought we'll try something new. That looks much better. Yellow to go with the van.
We ordered wood stain for the countertop. We wanted a kind of red look, so we got a red cherry. We were looking for a sort of dark wood colour, but also with a hint of red to it. It's too red. Jojo said flat out no.
Yeah.
We ordered mahogany.
A much more woody colour.
We think that looks much better.
So what's the plan for today?
The plan is stain the countertop after sanding it.
After sanding it. Here is our countertop, cut to length with a sink hole. We're going to drill a tap hole now, around there, a little circle to fit the tap, and then we can start sanding it. This is the piece that we cut out to fit the sink in, so we're going to try and get that kind of sanded down so that we can use it as a chopping board. How many times have you hit your head on that?
I've lost count.
So that's the bar for Scott to hit his head on, and I hit my head on this one every time I get into the van. Starting to regret our choice of upper cabinets. Look at the size of it compared to the butterfly wings. It just keeps getting bigger.
We drew some lines on the underside of the countertop when it was actually on the unit, so we now know where the support lines come to. So we're going to use that along with the sink. We'll actually sit the sink in the hole to figure out just how much space we have at the back and exactly where to drill a hole for our tap.
To show what kind of a tap it is.
Oh yeah. It's one of these shower head taps that are just awesome that everyone likes to use, and we want one as well, so we got one.
Well, we got that instead of a shower. Way cheaper.
Yeah.
Although, we're going to struggle to sit in the sink. That's the only thing. You're so talented, Scott.
Thank you.
Get yourself a man who can draw lines.
Good news, there's plenty of room.
Yeah, well, I guess the only thing you don't want is the tap right on the edge there.
Yeah.
there, Scott?
I'm good. Just compassing.
Encompassing.
I'm encompassing.
Freaking love that compass.
I like drawing circles.
So he's flipped this over so that the pilot hole is on this side, because wood tends to explode when you drill through it with the hole saw.
That side explodes, yeah.
So he's drilling through from the top. So that's why we flipped it.
Ah, the power's
You
off.
haven't turned the power on.
Super safe. Smells a bit burny.
It is, it's on fire.
Smoke it.
It is on fire.
I'll keep going though. Just give it a wee second to calm down. This might be one of those funny times where you need to take the hole saw into both sides of the thing. But I think it's okay to do that here. In fact, if anything, that's probably better, because then you don't get the wood exploding out one of the sides.
Well, you've got a pilot hole to follow.
Yeah.
It smells like fire.
Fire. Beachy fire.
Beachy fire. Hole saw is dying.
Woo! It's very much lodged in there. Oh! Get through there, go on, get through there, you. Perfecto!
That's exactly how it's going to look.
Nice.
Look at this tap. Oh no,
It's stuck.
Never come out again. The most awkward way you could have done that.
Oh, I'm sure I could have come up with more awkward ways. That was just kind of off the cuff.
So beautiful. So much blossom. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so happy. Look at that. The bees are loving it. The countertop is all sanded. We are pretty exhausted. We've got the hole cut for the tap. So the next stage before we stain it, we are just cleaning it with some spirit to get all the sanding dust off and all the crud off it. And then we'll get on to staining. Scott set up this amazing, it looks like from Dexter, his murder room.
I'm sure I've got that poster somewhere as well.
With just white plastic everywhere. So, we're mainly going to focus on the sides that are going to be visible with the stain. We don't know if there's going to be any little parts of the edges showing, so we'll do that as well. And we've roughly sanded the underside as well, so we can seal it with varnish, and that'll hopefully stop the wood changing shape too much as the van goes through all the different temperature and humidity fluctuations that vans like to do. As we learnt living here over the winter, the van formed its own little microclimate inside because it gets so damp and cold, and every time we went into the van it would start raining on us as all the condensation stuck to the roof and rained down. And it's like no wonder you need a vapour barrier in these things. Pretty amazing. Looking pretty cool.
So now the wood has been sanded, it has been cleaned up with spirits, we've let the spirit evaporate off of the wood, and now all we've got to do is actually stain the wood itself.
It's going to be exciting.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
I think that's it, just about done. I'm just looking for little spots that maybe haven't taken the dye on yet. I'll probably give that a little staining.
Nobody's going to see the inside of the sink.
But I want to know that it's stained.
We're not having a see-through sink.
Maybe.
Like one of those glass fish bowls.
That'd be cool.
No, it wouldn't,
Upgrade
because you'd
that
see, it would be horrible, because you'd see the end of the countertop and you'd see the waste pipe. That should be disgusting. Hey, you know what? The countertops are the same colour as that bookcase over there.
Oh,
Look at that.
that's mahogany!
Is that bookcase mahogany?
Actually, for all we know it could be, it's very old.
Not as old as the radio on... Oh, maybe older than the radio on top. That
thing's also very old.
That is old. We have a lot of very old things. Ooh, talking about old things we have in this hallway. Try not to stand on it.
What are you doing?
Look at this mobile phone.
That's a mobile phone.
I don't even know how it works. That's a car phone. It's completely mobile. How do you even... There we go.
It's from a world ago.
The Motorola. You can have that in your car. You can phone people whilst you're driving. The future is here.
Future's bright, future's orange.
Along with all the successes that we've showed in this video, it's important to address the failures as well. This was our first attempt at cutting the countertop. As you can see, we were using a guide piece of wood, but the vibrations from the saw meant the clamps loosened and we ended up with a very wonky cut, which was very disappointing. Thankfully it was an easy fix. We just redrew the line, attacked it again with the saw and ended up with a straight edge.